The night before our wedding, my fiancée, Olivia, spent the entire night wildly with her first love. When I found out, I just smirked. Tomorrow's wedding would proceed as planned, but the bride would be someone else. The next day, the wedding car procession took a different route. My best man, a friend, asked puzzledly, "This doesn't seem like the way to Olivia's house." Gazing at the clear blue sky outside the window, I calmly said, "I'm not marrying her. I've decided to let myself off the hook." My friend's spirits immediately lifted. He'd never liked Olivia. All those designer clothes and bags she wears when she goes out. Wasn't that all your money, Ethan? You treated her so well. How could she cheat on you the night before the wedding? My friend was indignant on my behalf. It's great that you've come to your senses, but since you knew Olivia cheated, why are you still going through with a wedding procession? Who are you going to marry? A bright, capable face appeared in my mind, and I couldn't help but smile. A former high school classmate. I remember back in high school when I was beaten up for refusing to help a school bully cheat. It was Chloe who stepped in to help me. My impression of her was always that she was quite aloof and didn't talk much. Coincidentally, I learned she was being pressured into marriage by her parents, so we hit it off immediately. Ironically, on the way to pick up the bride, I scrolled through Facebook and saw Olivia had just posted a video of herself in her room at her parents' house waiting for me. The caption was quite sentimental. "I'm a coward. Ultimately, I listened to my parents and chose bread over love. Goodbye, my love." And Jason commented below, "Olivia, I won't give up on you. Olivia, wait for me. I'll prove my love for you to the world." I scoffed. These two thought they were the main characters in some insty drama. But unfortunately, this supporting male character didn't want to play along anymore. Just then, Olivia called. Her tone is arrogant as ever. "Ethan, what's taking you so long to pick me up? Do you know how long my bridesmaids and I have been waiting? 10 more minutes. And if you're not here, I'm not marrying you." The other end of the line was filled with her friend's laughter, mocking me. Just as I was about to speak, Olivia angrily hung up. I sneered. Even now, she was still so high and mighty. And on Olivia's Facebook, Jason was already planning to crash the wedding. How absurd. Jason probably didn't know that his bride wouldn't be in my wedding. When the wedding procession arrived, Chloe was already in her wedding dress. She was stunningly beautiful, but her expression was also very cool. There were no bridesmaids or planned gate crashing games, just her sitting quietly on the bed in her wedding dress. Then she reached out her hand to me. "Husband, let's go." I don't know if it was my imagination, but when Chloe said this, her usually indifferent eyes seemed to shimmer. I picked up the exquisite white high-heeled wedding shoes placed on the bed and carefully put them on for Chloe. Chloe wanted to get off the bed herself, but I stopped her. She tensed up a bit. "Are you regretting this?" "No, I'll carry you." As I carried Chloe to the car, Olivia called again. I calmly pressed the answer button. "Ethan, what's wrong with you today? Still not here to pick me up? Don't you know today is our wedding? You good for nothing? Taking forever just to pick up your bride. The wedding is important to you. Isn't it important to me?" As I said this, a sharp pain suddenly pierced my heart. But Olivia didn't seem to notice my distress. "Stop with the useless talk. You're late today. You'll have to give each of my bridesmaids a red envelope with $10,000. Otherwise, I won't forgive you." Voices of Olivia's bridesmaids came through the phone. "That's right, Ethan. A wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event for a woman. We're Olivia's best friends, her maiden family. If you're not willing to give us a mere $10,000 each in red envelopes, how can we entrust Olivia to you?" Olivia, always easily swayed, immediately snorted coldly. "Ethan, don't disappoint me. Today is our wedding. If you disappoint me, I'm not going through with it." "Fine. Suit yourself," I said lightly. Hearing my attitude, Olivia instantly flew into a rage. "Ethan, what kind of attitude is this? Today is our wedding day. I'm telling you, don't play these little games trying to put me in my place. Ethan, you forced me to do this. If you want to come pick me up today, you'll kneel at my door and escort me out. Otherwise, I'm not going to this wedding." The next second, Olivia hung up directly. Chloe, who was beside me, couldn't help but purse her lips when she heard Olivia's words. "Ethan, your taste in women used to be really terrible." I shrugged helplessly. After all, It was a fact I couldn't deny. I messaged my parents explaining why the bride was being changed. Although they were surprised when they learned Olivia had actually cheated before the wedding, they angrily agreed. The wedding began. As I walked Chloe down the aisle into the hotel ballroom in Chicago, Olivia was probably still fuming at home, waiting for me to gravel and coax her back like before. Unfortunately, she wouldn't know that the me who once loved her was long gone, trampled away by her repeated actions. With the bride changed, guests whispered and murmured, especially Olivia's relatives from the Miller family. But my parents remained composed, greeting everyone. When Chloe and I were exchanging rings, Jason actually showed up. He rushed onto the stage shouting, "Olivia, don't marry Ethan. We're true love." Just as he finished, he realized the person marrying me wasn't Olivia. How is this possible? I kicked him. Jason, this pretty boy, had no strength to fight back. Then I looked at him coldly. I don't want Olivia anymore. You can have this piece of trash if you want her. Just as I was about to turn and put the wedding ring on Chloe's finger, the doors of the wedding hall were pushed open from the outside. Olivia, in a wedding dress, ran in barefoot. Her white veil had fallen off due to her running, and her hair was messy. When she saw Chloe in a wedding dress beside me, she stumbled back 2 steps in disbelief, her eyes gradually turning red, her voice trembling with a sob. "Ethan, the bride today should be me. How could you marry another woman? Ethan, how could this happen? I want an explanation. That's right. How dare you treat our Olivia like this? I'm going to skin you alive today." Olivia's parents and brother were furious. Only Jason's face showed delight. "Olivia, that's great. I'm not too late. You're not Ethan's bride yet. Get lost." Unexpectedly, Olivia brushed his hand away, staring at me intently, like a devoted woman waiting for her unfaithful lover's explanation. I found it laughable. It was clearly Olivia who cheated the night before the wedding. I squeezed Chloe's hand. "Olivia, why are you here? I thought you were still recovering from your night of indulgence with Jason before the wedding." Hearing me mention indulgence, Olivia's face instantly turned pale. Then she realized I had seen the deleted Facebook post. She stammered an explanation. "No, Ethan, you misunderstood. I was just catching up with an old friend that night." I couldn't help but laugh, picking up on Olivia's words. "Olivia, look at you. Always so hypocritical. You want to be with the man you love, but you're unwilling to suffer with him. You want to marry someone who can provide for you, yet you insist on playing both sides. A selfish woman like you is truly disgusting." Thinking about that phone call from that night, my voice trembled with anger, but my heart ached more with bitterness. After all, I had once loved Olivia so much. Chloe's other hand gripped mine tightly, giving me warmth. I looked up and saw the look of concern for me in Chloe's eyes. I smiled at her, as if to reassure her I was fine. Then I presented the hotel surveillance footage of Olivia and Jason entering and exiting a hotel room the previous night, along with the full text of her Facebook post in front of Olivia's relatives. This time, even Olivia's relatives looked embarrassed. "Old Miller, you really need to discipline your Olivia. How could she be so wild going out with another man the night before her wedding? Yeah, this isn't inviting us to a wedding banquet. It's inviting us to be humiliated." Olivia's relatives left one by one, their disdainful glances making Olivia and the Miller family utterly ashamed. "Ethan, please don't be like this. I was just momentarily confused. Give me another chance. Let's continue our wedding. I promise I'll have no more contact with Jason." Olivia, tears in her eyes, hugged me. I coldly pushed her away. "It's no use. I don't love you anymore. Now you can have whatever freedom you want. No one will stand in your way." Seeing Olivia still crying and making a scene, Chloe stepped in front of me. "Miss Miller, please have some self-respect. Ethan is my husband. Since you didn't cherish such a good person from the beginning and even trampled on him, you have no right to ask for his forgiveness here. No, Ethan and I have been together for so long. I don't believe he doesn't love me anymore. I understand why Ethan has become so cruel to me." Olivia pointed angrily at Chloe. "It must be you, you vixen. You seduced him. If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened today. Jason, quick, explain to Ethan that there's nothing between us." "Please, Jason, explain quickly. I absolutely have to marry Ethan." Saying this, she pleaded with Jason, crying her heart out, clutching his hand as if he were her last hope to win me back. Jason looked troubled. He probably thought Olivia was too brainless. How could this be explained clearly? Was Jason supposed to tell me that he and Olivia didn't cheat? They were just chatting in a hotel bed under a blanket. Olivia, how long are you going to keep embarrassing me? Your father? Mr. Miller finally couldn't bear it anymore and slapped Olivia, who was still in her wedding dress. The slap was hard, sending Olivia stumbling to the floor. Olivia had been spoiled since childhood. How could she accept being hit? Instead of reflecting on her mistakes, she started yelling at her father in disbelief. Dad, what's wrong with you? Are you senile? Today's wedding should be between me and Ethan. But this vixen seduced Ethan. And instead of standing up for me, you hit me. Olivia, watch your mouth. What vixen? I'm the one who wanted to marry Chloe. Someone like you still wants to be my wife. Dream on. Ethan, how could you do this to me? Olivia was filled with disbelief upon hearing me defend Chloe so fiercely. After all, I used to treat her so well. It was as if I'd lost myself. Once, just because Olivia said she wanted lobster, I scoured all over Chicago at 3 o'clock or 4 in the morning. But when I brought it back, she said she didn't like it anymore and fed the hard-won lobster to her dog. Thinking back in Olivia's heart at that time, I was probably less important than that dog. Thinking about these things, I had security remove Olivia so she wouldn't disrupt my wedding with Chloe, but Olivia refused to leave. My mom couldn't take it anymore. She rushed forward and grabbed Olivia's hair. Who do you think you are, Olivia? I used to pamper you like our Hayes family's future daughter-in-law, and you actually fooled around with your first love the night before the wedding. What do you take our Hayes family for? And what do you take my son for? Now you shamelessly come to disrupt my son's wedding. My mom was furious. Usually so dignified, she even forgot her elegance and slapped Olivia several times. Mom, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. We didn't do anything that day. I just wanted to see Jason one last time before the wedding, and then I would marry Ethan and never see him again. Cut off all ties. Jason, isn't that right? Olivia frantically looked for Jason, as if wanting him to testify for her. But my mom didn't buy it at all. Just a meeting? Who are you kidding? Don't call me Mom. You're not qualified to be a daughter-in-law of the Hayes family. Finally, Olivia was dragged away by her family. My wedding with Chloe continued unaffected. That evening, after dealing with the guests, I returned to the bridal suite and saw Chloe sitting on the bed obediently waiting for me. Her cheeks were a little red, perhaps from drinking some red wine at the reception, giving her a special kind of beauty under the lights. Thank you for today, I said, sincerely grateful. No, I should thank you. Now, my parents won't pester me about marriage. Chloe smiled. Somehow, my heart suddenly fluttered, and I didn't even dare to look her in the eyes. I'll sleep in the guest room. I grabbed a quilt and fled in embarrassment. The next day, Olivia, still not giving up, found the bridal house I had prepared for her. When she opened the door and saw me, joy hadn't yet bloomed in her eyes before they reined at the sight of Chloe behind me. Clearly at home. Ethan, isn't this our home? How could you bring her into our home? Olivia asked, trembling. I frowned, finding Olivia incredibly clingy now. The look in my eyes was full of disgust, devoid of the pure love I once had. Olivia, please get it straight. We have no relationship now. My wife is Chloe. I held Chloe's hand, showing off the wedding rings on our ring fingers. Unexpectedly, Olivia pushed me aside and ran crying into my house. Seeing Chloe acting like the lady of the house, she seemed to lose control completely. No, Ethan, this is our home. We picked out all this furniture together. How could you let another woman live in our home? Olivia choked out, crying uncontrollably. Make Chloe get out. She's no good. I knew she had designs on you before. I interrupted her impatiently. Enough, Olivia. You cheated first. What's the use of saying all this now? We're completely over. Tears welled in Olivia's eyes. I don't accept it, Ethan. I know you're still angry. I'm sorry. You married Chloe just to get my attention, right? Please stop this charade. I know I was wrong. Chloe sneered. Ethan, sometimes I really admire you. Where did you dig up this shameless ex-girlfriend? So extreme. She clearly wanted to play both sides, yet she acts like a victim. So shameless. Olivia, I'm telling you one last time, Ethan is my husband. Stay away from him in the future, or I won't let you off." With that, Chloe rolled up her sleeves, directly dragged the still crying and shouting Olivia out, and threw her out the door. I was a bit stunned. After all, in my eyes, Chloe was a very calm researcher. I didn't expect her to have such a fiery side. Chloe, having shut Olivia out, seemed to remember I was there. She blushed. "Sorry, I just got too angry and lost control." I smiled. "It's okay, Chloe. I think this side of you is also very cute." Chloe seemed even more embarrassed after hearing me say that. "Hungry. I'll go make dinner in the kitchen." Outside the door, Olivia kept banging on it like a mad woman. I called property management and had security remove her. That night, I received a text from Olivia. "Ethan, since you're so heartless to me." "Fine, then I'll marry Jason." "Ethan, I'll make you regret this for the rest of your life." Seeing Olivia's text, I couldn't help but find it laughable. This woman was still both malicious and stupid. Did she think the current me would still care about her and Jason? Indeed, selfish women, no matter how big their mistakes, always feel it's someone else's fault and they are innocent. Thinking this, for some reason, I suddenly felt a bit disgusted. On the third day of our marriage, Chloe and I went to visit her parents. Chloe's parents were both professors at prestigious universities. Before meeting them, even though I knew Chloe and I only had a marriage of convenience, I was still a bit nervous. Who knew that after meeting me, Chloe's parents would take a special liking to me? "Ethan, you know we old folks only have Chloe. Now that we're entrusting her to you, we can rest assured. You don't know. Our Chloe used to talk about you quite a bit." Chloe smiled and interrupted her mother. "Mom, why are you saying all this?" But when her eyes met mine, she looked down flustered, not daring to meet my gaze. Even though Chloe and I had a marriage of convenience, I provided everything a normal marriage would offer Chloe. I gave her parents a $50,000 betrothal gift. And then Chloe and I went to a jewelry store on Michigan Avenue to pick out new wedding rings that truly belonged to us. When Chloe saw a diamond ring that cost $20,000, she repeatedly refused. "Ethan, isn't this ring too expensive? Maybe I shouldn't buy it." "Don't waste the money. I think my current ring is fine." "No, this ring is so beautiful. It's worth it for my wife. Besides, you're my wife now. Doesn't a husband earn money to spend on his wife?" My words made Chloe laugh. At the counter next to us, we heard Olivia and Jason's voices. Chloe and I turned to look and saw Olivia wearing a much smaller diamond ring than the one in Chloe's hand. Jason, beside her, looked anxious and somewhat unhappy. "Olivia, this ring is too expensive. Just this tiny thing costs $2,000. This store is practically robbing people." The store clerk nearby was a bit displeased hearing Jason's words. "Sir, watch your language. What do you mean robbing people? The gentleman next to you is happy to buy his wife a $20,000 ring, and you're complaining about a $2,000 one, saying our store is robbing people." The clerk looked very unhappy, wishing she could become our salesperson. Her commission would surely be high. The clerk's words made Olivia and Jason notice me. She looked up and saw the large diamond ring I bought for Chloe, and her eyes instantly reened, tears streaming down. "Ethan, don't go too far. What if she ran off with another man the night before the wedding again and cuckolded her son?" The Peterson family's shamelessness infuriated Olivia's parents, the Millers, who said the marriage was off. Unexpectedly, the Peterson family then latched onto Olivia, saying she had wasted their son's time, and if she didn't marry him, she had to compensate them. Only then did Olivia realize her so-called true love was worthless. Drunk and wearing a wedding dress, she came to my office. This bizarre attire attracting a crowd of onlookers around my office. I looked down at Olivia from a higher position, not understanding how she had become like this. When I first met her, she was so confident and radiant. But what happened later, because of that scheming, disgusting man, Jason, she had step-by-step played her good hand into a disastrous mess. "Ethan, I only now realize I fell in love with you a long time ago, but I understood too late. I tried. I really can't forget you. Please don't leave me. Can't you marry me one more time?" Olivia, wearing a pristine white wedding dress, looked at me with tears in her eyes. "Impossible." Chloe walked to my side in high heels, assertively linking her arm with mine. "Ethan is my husband. Olivia, you can't destroy someone else's family just because you made the wrong choice. When you cheated with your first love the night before your wedding, what did you take Ethan for? Your current situation is retribution for your infidelity. Chloe's few words exposed Olivia's true colors. The surrounding people looked at her with disdain. Good heavens, this woman is too bizarre. Cheating the night before her wedding and still shamelessly pestering Mr. Hayes. So shameless. Olivia wretchedly tugged at my clothes. Ethan, I beg you, please forgive me. Why can't we go back to how things were? I forcefully shook her off tightly, holding Chloe's hand. Because you don't deserve it. Perhaps my gaze was too cold. Olivia got up and stumbled away. That night when Chloe and I returned home, we received a call from Olivia's parents. Their voices on the other end were frantic. Ethan, our Olivia attempted suicide. Please, for old time's sake, come to the hospital and see her. I frowned. Sorry, I don't want to see her. I hung up, feeling no emotion, and went to the kitchen to help Chloe cook. Olivia was eventually saved. I heard Jason's mother, disregarding her condition, even went to the hospital to cause a scene, calling her shameless, always wanting more, and saying she had wasted her son's time. 6 months later, Chloe became pregnant. Learning this news, the thought of becoming a father filled me with excitement. Olivia and Jason broke up, and she found another rich man. But her subsequent married life was still not smooth. Her husband, though rich, was not faithful. Besides Olivia, he kept several other women and didn't care about her at all, even having several illegitimate children. Olivia couldn't control him. If she tried, she'd get beaten by him. Her family also stopped caring about this daughter. After all, Olivia was too much trouble and had thoroughly embarrassed them. Jason's life got worse after leaving Olivia. He was arrogant but incapable. To make money, he took all his family's savings to start a business, only to be scammed out of everything. The next time I saw Olivia, my company had gone public. She stood below the stage looking haggard as if she had aged a dozen years. I didn't greet her and was preparing to leave the company to be with my wife and daughter. But just as I was about to get into the car, Jason suddenly rushed at me from the shadows with a dagger. Watch out. In the nick of time, it was Olivia who threw herself into my arms, taking the blow for me. I'm going to kill you. Why were you born better than me? Why do you have everything? If it weren't for you, that materialistic woman Olivia would never have left me. You deserve to die. Jason was pinned down by security, his eyes ferocious, full of jealousy towards me, and his knife had pierced Olivia right in the heart, blood gushing from her chest. Olivia, hang on. The ambulance is coming. I held Olivia in my arms, my eyes somewhat anxious. Ethan, I'm going to die, right? Olivia spat out blood as she spoke. My tears fell, dripping on her face. Ethan, it's so good that you can cry for me one more time. Olivia seemed to find peace, closed her eyes completely, and stopped breathing. The moment she died, the image of when I first met her, that eternally sunny and bright girl, flashed in my mind. At that moment, a phrase suddenly came to me. If only life could always be as it was when we first met. Just as I was lost in thought, I saw Chloe in the distance holding our daughter, running anxiously towards me. At that moment, I unhesitatingly let go of the lifeless Olivia in my arms and ran towards Chloe, telling them I was fine. Chloe, holding our daughter, looked at me with concerned eyes. It's good you're okay. I was so scared just now. Her voice trembled slightly. I held them tightly in my arms, feeling the warmth and security. Days passed, and our family of 3 lived a peaceful and happy life. Our daughter grew up smart and witty, bringing us endless joy. However, Olivia's departure always left a faint mark in my heart. Occasionally in the dead of night, I would still remember her as she once was.